What's up? Hey, everybody. Whew. What's up, E-Rock? What's up, Exposing Alex? Good to have you here. Michael, wonderful to have you here, too. No worry you missed the stream, dude. We all miss streams. Sometimes, even though I appear to be on camera, I'm just, like, off in my own magical world. I.e., no, I'm hanging out with you, of course. Vinny! Ooh, it's good to have you here, dude. It's been a little while. Oh, man. Today is probably going to be the most sick you've ever seen me on stream. Sicker than last time, actually, I would argue. Not because I actually am sicker, but because I have the nose flood and, like, the head, like, the throat flood, and so I'll be like, I got the black lung pop in the middle of whenever we're doing stuff. Got that headache from all that sinus pressure, and it's... There you go. Oh, man, it's a little bit of a bummer. Rest in peace, seriously. Oh, God. Oh. Anyway, it's wonderful to see you all, and it's very, very fun to have you all here. Even though I have my little sickness thing, you all make me feel wonderful. You're the reason why I like to hang out with y'all, and yeah. So thank you for making me feel better. It definitely makes the pain go away, and I really appreciate it. Vinny, but I got it. You already got sick too? Is everybody sick in chat? Is this a sick party? I love sick parties. Everybody gets to just muse. Oh, Richard Blevins, welcome, welcome. We're just talking about how I'm really sick, and so you're gonna sneer me snivel. You're gonna see me snivel. There we go, sniffle. I got Skyrim. Oh, gotcha, Vinny. Yeah, it might as well be a disease. It keeps you inside and you don't talk to anybody, and then if people hang out with you, you spread it to them. Oh, also the flu, which is similar to Skyrim. The flu spreads very quickly. Everybody gets it. Everybody's talking about it. I just have allergies, so kinda. No, mine's straight up that I got a very late night sleep over the weekend, and it just got worse and worse as the weeks gone on. But I'll get better. I'll be hanging out with you guys tomorrow, and I'll sound better, I hope. You're still pretty sick too, huh? That sucks. Sorry to hear that, Alex. But now we can all muse in our sickness together. Hey, CD Spencer, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Skyrim is the new flu. Hey, nice Archangels there. Kyle, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Skyrim is the new flu. So, we're basically going to put aside our sickiness, and we're going to enter into the incredible world of Skyrim where nobody gets sick. And if they do, diseases are cured by touching little statues. And nobody sneezes. And in a personal thing that I've always thought was a little interesting, nobody freaking pees or poops. And that's something I think is incredibly, like, I get why you don't want to gamify that. That's just not fun. But it always bothers me in movies and video games that nobody ever has to poop. I feel like I poop enough in my life that I'm going to eventually get interrupted by some massive thing for a poop. This is crazy. You got a cold too, Archangel? And you're looking up for nude mod. Don't worry about it, man. I'm sure they exist. I'm sure there are plenty of those. Oh, man. In the middle of these conversations, I'm just going to start going, and we'll be okay. Oh, Zelda's Wood. Thank you for helping us escape the sickness of the world. It'll be nice. Eesh. How is everybody else doing besides the sickness thing? Are your schools going fine? Your work's going fine? Fill me in. I'd love to read about it. And whilst we wait on that little bit of information, mine's going okay. I've been out of work for the last 2 days because I've been sick as a dog. And I mean that in the kind of way where it's like, man, he's sick as a dog. And like, but he's been a dog. That kind of combination of positive and sickiness combined. This is a crab that is dead. Let us be glad that none of us are the dead crab. And I can't pick up the dead crab. So we shall... No, that doesn't do anything either. I'm going to be picking out my new shoes this weekend. I won't get them till Christmas. I'll let you guys know if you want kind of figure it out. Ooh, that's pretty sick, dude. Oh, that's my arrow. My arrow pierced a rock. That's pretty impossible. But I'm happy that you're excited for your shoes, dude. I hope that they're going to be as sick and fantastic as you're hoping they will be. Alright, we killed the dude. We might just go off and kill Batidladidid. Or we could also go off and kill... You know what? We might actually just go back here and travel up to here real quickly. Yep, you know what? We're going to use the power of fasting travel. It's where you don't eat, but you travel still. My jokes are going to be ridiculous tonight because I am blah, blah. Half my humor is coming out as snot from my nose and coughed up as well. Name my character Big Hard Dovahkiin. Not bad, Archangel. Your dog's not sick. That's good exposing, Alex. I'm happy your dog's feeling good.
I can take you to where do you
Using
want to go?
data. Huh. School and work have been awesome. Skyrim is my life now. Hey, I'm glad to hear that Skyrim and life and everything's been good for you. Nice, Vinny. And Erox says good. Glad to hear it.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
How's the audio, by the way? I think it's a lot lower than normal. I like your jokes when they're weird. Oh man, you put "they're weird" as if my jokes own the weird. That sounds about right. Oh man, it's how many of you guys experience that sinus feeling right here? Just that pressure. It's like, oh my god, go away. And if you guys are kind enough to be like, oh, take a decongestant, I have.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her
When?
people. What say you in your defense?
When? Fine. 40
Smart
gold.
Woman. Now, come
It's
along
lower,
with
but
us.
still very
Don't
audible.
take any stolen
It's
goods.
okay.
You'll be free to
Playing a lot of
leave.
ESO, says Michael. Gotcha, gotcha. Smaxy Potato. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here.
Divine sake, Skull.
That pressure
I
is...
think we're threatening with our old war wounds. We're not
What is
soldiers
this?
anymore.
Your man Ulrich is wearing his old Legion.
Oh, wait. Is it... that pressure is a dick pain? Isn't that pressure sucks?
He's proud of his
Like a
service.
pain in the ass kind of thing? Is that what you meant by that, Richard Blevins? Because I'm really curious. Because I was like, it doesn't hurt my crotch. I don't know what you're referring to. But if you mean like it's a pain in the ass, then I gotcha. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Exposing Alex, you get that all the time. Yeah, it hurts. It feels bad. Feels sad, bad, sad.
You're loyal to Dawnstar.
Still playing Fallout 4. Ah, gotcha, Richard Blevins. Okay, thank you for correcting my understanding on what you were referring to. Now, do we as a character still suffer from the disease of something or other? Oh yeah, we got backstab. That's pretty sick. No, we cleared our disease from some place. We got a lot of resists and muffles, and man, that's RK. That's right. She's the one who helped us out. Feels bad, man. Feels sad, bad man. All right, so our character that we're killing next is just right here. I wonder what you did. I wonder who you pissed off. Hey, Vinny, wonderful to have you here. Have a good time with wherever you happen to go. Oh man, it has been awesome to have you here, dude. Totally enjoyed it. And we're gonna go kill this person gently. Da 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 da. Hey, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Order of the yard. Stop right there.
Everybody saw that happen. Oh, she pissed off the Thalmor. Thank you, Richard. Wow, 1,000 gold for killing one measly person. Should we run? Yeah, I think we should run. I think that sounds like fun. You should upgrade your dual wielding skill. That's what we're doing. We're rocking it. Run! Whee! I think it's pretty funny how, and similar to the real world, killing someone is as simple as paying them off later. Isn't that such like a dark sounding thing though, where it's like, in the world of Skyrim, and in the real world more or less, it doesn't matter if you killed someone as long as you have enough money to pay off the fines and the lawyers and stuff. That sucks. That doesn't make me feel good. There's a pissing and shitting mod on Lover's Slab. Huh. Well, thank you for letting me know. I guess what I meant was that I want it like story related. Like Dilby, I don't know who Dilby is, but Dilby has IBS. And Dilby has recently eaten something that is messed up his IBS, so he can't deliver a letter. So it's your job to deliver the letter. Like, you know, that's a mission. So anyway, we ran from everybody, and now they've just kind of let us alone, so. Sounding dildo. What? E-Rock, what are you saying, bro? Oh. Let's see. Does everybody hate us still? We might just have to pay. Yep. Yep. They're here. They're unhappy about this. All right. We took a shot to the stomach, but we're okay. Our light armor is increasing, and we're probably gonna die actually if I don't do carefully. Yeah, we're all tired, bro. Oh my god, so I took some Metamucil for the first time because at Google, they actually have available to you various different like Advils and things like that just around. Just, you know, if you need it. It's actually, I think more businesses should be doing that where it's like, hey, we have Advil in the office kind of thing. So I take what's it called? It's for phlegm and stuff. Mucinex. I took a Mucinex, a DM is what it's called. And I was like, oh, I should check to see what's in this, if there's anything I should avoid having with this. Like, can I have an Advil or something? And so I took it, then checked. Turns out they're like, hey, don't drive after you take a minute, like this Mucinex thing. And I was like, wow, you should put that on the package. I shouldn't have to go online to discover that after the fact. So, and I bring that up because I figured that out. Discovered, though, that it just makes you very drowsy. Which is okay, or not very drowsy, just a little drowsy, which isn't terrible. One can, you know, if one has ever done a long road trip, driving while drowsy isn't the most terrible thing in the world. But you do have to be extra careful, because drowsy. Anyway, I'm drowsy, because I took some of that stuff. So yeah, we're all tired, E-Rock. That was the point of that story. I'm gonna go off on tangents today, aren't I? Pay with the guards' lives. Ah, yes. We're not quite good enough to do that yet, unfortunately. Oh, look. They're fighting. Mayo, dildo, lol, mayo, instrument, puss. Oh, God! You know, it's so much fun to watch that 6,000 feet in the air giant thing from afar. Especially in high res. That was... God, that sky looks real as hell. I'm amazed. Huh. We should save. While we're looking at the sky, we should save. Is he coming down anytime soon? I felt like he should be coming down soon. Is a dildo an instrument? Like Mayo from the one SpongeBob. Unfortunately, dildo is not necessarily an instrument, but if used right, you can make lots of noises. So this Mayo thing is still funny. Dude, it's something's funny about imagining mayonnaise and noises, I think. I think it's the noises that really do it. On top of that, we're stealing stuff from giants, and they're gonna hate it. But that's okay. I'm gone. I'm gone, bro. I'm gone. Oh, look, they're cooking skeever. I've never noticed that before. Let me just get some skeever hide. Huh. It is dope, dude. Morning, Zanyu. It's good to have you here. It's we're playing Skyrim Remastered, and all of us are tired. I am super-de-duper sick, and super off tangent and all over the place today. Good to have you here, by the by. I just realized that I don't have any direction that I'm even going. I'm just walking into the distance. Nothing's happening. I would have drove anyway. Thug life. Being slightly drowsy from Mucinex is, I think taking Mucinex is the farthest thing from thug life. I imagine the only thing farther than thug life is having other kinds of decongestants. Be like, oh man, I'm so fucking congested. Ugh, I'm gonna shoot someone and then take a decongestant. That's my thug voice. God, what the hell? What am I even doing? You guys are awesome. Thank you for putting up with this insanity that is this morning and this afternoon. What time is it even now? Narfi, we're killing Narfi. Narfi, your days are numbered. These streams are not family friendly. Gosh. So you can play your partner like an instrument. That's the joke, Richard. Play your partner like an instrument. Yep. Lol, these streams are not family friendly. No. Well, they are family friendly if you consider the fact that the way that you make families is through a lot of the jokes that we make, technically. So they're the most family friendly. I do believe what you're thinking of, though, is that they're not necessarily for young children. Michael's not that tired. Good for you, dude. I'm happy to hear that. Mayo can be used as an instrument if you fist it while making thwarping sounds. Possibly. I would love to see what Patrick would have done in that SpongeBob episode. Hey, Dustin Brothers. Any holiday-themed sex jokes today? I would like to move somewhat away from only doing those kind of pickup lines. I would like puns today. Cat puns. But to make it a little bit difficult, no pussy puns. Ah, yes, that's right. So, cat puns, but nothing with the word pussy, because that's too easy. Aha, making it difficult. Isn't walking into the distance pretty much part of parcel of the Skyrim experience? Yes, yes it is. That is a good point. Especially on Remaster. I mean, look at this shit. It's gorgeous. I mean, the sunny sky was mind-boggling to see. Also, the fast travel is beautiful. The plants are so wonderful. I feel like I could smell these flowers that now that I'm close to them, I realize that they're just flat pictures, but from afar are absolutely gorgeous. Archangel, that's not a joke. I'm sorry, good sir. You get 0 points for that comment. It's not, doesn't fit. These are necromancers, and we're gonna kill them. I want to make you meow. That's awesome. Smexy, brilliant. Hey, cat, I want to clean your kitty. Oh, man. Damn, Coop, don't shoot people. You mean with this bow? Oh, you mean with my weird thug life thing. Gotcha. Novice fire mage. Doesn't know where I am. Just got shot in the face with an arrow, but whatever. When I read it, it said Dildo because it said Dilby, and I thought it sounded like it. Oh, Dilby. Okay, I got what you're picking down. Picking down. Putting down, and I'm picking it up. That's what I meant to say. And Novice Ice Mage is now dead. Novice Fire Mage is shortly to follow. Discovering that, well, physics science is just as powerful as magic sometimes. I have a feline that such a pun is going to be hard. Ooh, well done. Patrick Shark's playing the Mayo as a trumpet, and it sounds good as... Ooh. Bound Sword, baby. That's what we were looking forward to. Bound Sword is the choice for anyone who wants to go into Conjuration because it is the most simplistic way to level up your Conjuration. It also looks badass, which is, you know, half the fun of any game right there. Bound Sword. And, do we even have enough Yes, we do have enough magic to do it. Perfect. What are my favorites right now? It's not bad. It's not bad. So let me demonstrate the Bound Sword. But let's find ourselves an enemy first. Also, what's cool is the Bound Sword's actually pretty damn powerful. Wait, are you okay? Oh, no, you're a burnt corpse. Oh, they're ugh. I didn't realize that they're a bunch of jerks. Huh. Hey, kitty, want a hot dog? Not bad. Sarah Kyle, that one is not too bad. Your beard must get the girls frisky. Cat puns, friskies. Okay, I see what you're going with that. All right, pulling out our sword, Conjuration immediately goes up. And our death is also happening quickly, but let me demonstrate the sword. It turns out that the scimitar is actually 4 damage better than the Conjured Blade, but that's fine, whatever. I am about to die, so healing times. Restoration increase. I have as much magicka as I need, game. Oh man, we need to name these swords different things. Okay, hold on. We need a. Oh, okay. All right. There's a lot of almost death right now. Getting that healing back. All right, get out here, Mangy. We need your help, boy. And scimitar again. Let's see. I'm sure I can make your kitty purr. Hey, okay. All right, so I'm happy that I set the restriction on the word pussy because I felt, wow, we are violent. I think what would be interesting is if when I stream games, if I set the jokes that we make in the stream to the rating that exists in the game. This is a mature game, the jokes are going to be mature. We play something like Owlboy again, the jokes will be significantly less about cats, I guess. 10 point, eating the soup, eating that soup. Look at all these apples. When did I even pick up all these apples? I don't remember getting this many apples. Can I make your kitten meow? Not bad. Why do you Khajiit lick their butts to get the taste of Khajiit cooking out of the mouth? Oh, burn. You've got to be kidding me if you think I'm feline your weak ass pickup lines. Wow, Richard, that was beautiful. That was like Leonardo da Vinci quality Wordplay. But he did paintings. You just did the painting of words. You painted music. It was gorgeous. Hey, kitty, my hot dog has 9 lives if you get my meaning. No, I don't get your meaning. Oh, man. Ooh. So here's a thing that's always important. Pick up shoes in Skyrim because they have 0 weight. You can enchant them with things later. And then you have a 0 weight enchanted object that could be really useful, like for sneaking or for selling things. Definitely worthwhile holding on to. Hey, Putty Tat. Oh, man. That's, that sounds so weird. Is that similar to hearing colors? That's synesthesia, right? That's the term for that when you hear, where you see colors. That's the one where when you hear music, it comes out as color. That's synesthesia, which is like the coolest problem to have if you think about it. I've always thought that was pretty fascinating, where like words and sounds have color to them, and people's voices have color to them as well, which I've always found to be a really interesting idea. Because when people watch these different 9 heart erections, I don't see it, Zerikyle. So I don't agree with that one. Oh, this person's trying to summon a person from the dead. Oh god, I missed everything. But luckily, they're basically out of mana, magicka. Yeah, synesthesia. It's a hard word to say, but it's a fun one to say. Black Plant robes, just picking up the robes. So this poor corpse, man, these guys are being pretty dark to them. Like, I get the fact that we're evil and we, you know, are assassins. But I guess we don't kill people randomly. Is that worse or better? That sounds like a pretty tough discussion to have, doesn't it? Is it worse to be someone who kills randomly or kills based upon what they've been told to do? It's kind of an interesting question. Able to taste sounds or what have you. Right, right. My dad got home early to find that the house trashed and the cat sleep in the middle of the destruction. He woke the cat up and asked him why he messed everything up. And me? How? Nice exposing, Alex. I like that. That tastes amazing. Picking up what you're putting down, E-Rock. Oh, we have a person right here. Come on, get your radio on. Something, high heels are on. Sword in your head really quick. And you're almost dead, and now you're gonna die. How do you guys like my singing? Does it fit well with what we do in Skyrim? Ow! I'm being fired. I'm being iced. Time to leave. So, Zerikyle, yes, drugs have been known to cause people to blur senses together. Synesthesia, though, is done naturally and isn't considered like a problem. A good example of this would be that you will get confused on like what you're hearing, tasting in the case of being on drugs. However, when you have synesthesia, it's an addition. Like, you hear a sound and you just also see a color that is associated with it. Or you just know that, like, anger is, you know, we have things kind of similar, like where passion and anger is like red. Like, if you can imagine words floating out of somebody's mouth, they're going to come out red if the person's angry. This is kind of the idea. If it's Friday night, put my makeup on, yeah. That song, I think, is actually like a sweet beat and super upbeat. It's like dunk 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 dunk. Like, I love that, but I hate the song. All right, guys. The problem with conjuring swords is that they're loud and everybody hears you. But what's nice is that you get a conjuration increase immediately. Time to leave. Just walk into the house, make a sword, and leave. Oh man. Skyrim XP1 needs a Dremora race mod. Ooh, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And so Khajiit, pull me closer in the backseat of your carriage. What? Dustin, I don't get that one. Singing as you're sneaking is probably not the best idea. Agreed. Probably not the best idea, but it's the idea that we're sticking with. Alright, let's get this bow out here real quick. Honestly, one of my favorite things is bound bow, because you get 100 arrows and they're glowing. Who doesn't like glowing arrows? I mean, communists. Oh man, nah. Actually, that would be really funny though, is like, you say communists, but you mean it in like the most positive of ways. Typically that joke is always done in a sort of a negative way, as if being like a communist or having similarity to them is bad. But in reality, it's just, you know, a preference on economic ideals and thought processes. Ah! Oh, that's a lot of dead. That's a lot of dead that's coming our way. Minor healing potions. Some delicious apples. Num num num. Yeah, I'll take some cheese. Go for a run. And go for some sword grabs. Actually, let's conjure that familiar. And have some more delicious foods. Mud crab legs. Hell yeah. Potatoes. Don't mind if I do. Potato soup. And we leveled up, so we're going to do that right now. Let's do a stamina. Let's do that. Okay, we don't have enough of that yet. Power attacks with one-handed. Dual flurry. Dual wheel and 20% faster. 50% bonus damage. That's pretty cool. I think we should do bow, though. That or sneak. Ooh, we should actually do sneak. Our character is definitely doing a lot of sneaking now. I'm going to do that. I'm going to start building that up. Glowing arrow, you need a doctor, man. You got to see... Hey, I see what you did there. Sing them into submission. Haha, perfect. I'll sing them asleep. Yeah, super communist. Skyrim, everyone equal except the elves. Make it a really annoying thing. Kuble, you forgot to factor in bullet drop for that shot. You know, at the distance that we're at, E-Rock, I think it's not a problem. I saw a meme today that was Greybeard loading screen with a voice. Ah, that's an interesting idea. I like that. Oh, man, we still got to get a whole new freaking sword name here. All right, thanks, dog. Jeez. Oof. Oof. Take a Hagraven Claw, sure. You know, we're using a lot of our healing items, but I don't care. However, now we should cook. What do I have available to cook with anymore? Ooh, pheasant roast. And nothing else. Damn it. Oh well. Alright, Mangy, how you doing, boy? You know, you have a really bit of an overbite, but you're a wolf, you know. You have whatever kind of bites make you happy. Ooh, do we have enough stuff for enchanting right now? Because if so... Ooh, do we have a disenchant? We do have a disenchant option. We're going to do it. Alright, disenchant this sword, because we're not using it. Disenchant this robe, because we don't need to anymore. Hide helmet of archery, we're not using anymore because we have a better thing. Our cowl is better, so we'll get rid of that. Minor sneaking, we're currently wearing that. Poison resistance. I'll take ring of minor destruction. Poison resistance. And I just burped in a way that was like that really queasy burp. You're like, oh god. I'm gonna keep necklace of minor sneaking. I think I might use that. Soviet Skyrim, gods worship you. Aww. Oh, thank you, Skyrim, gods, Soviet. Alright, we're gonna make one of our swords. Sure, why not? We're adding fear to it. Not because I want fear to it, but because we're gonna actually do this level 1 flea. No. We're gonna do like level 10 flea immediately. We're gonna do a petty soul gem. No. But we're gonna rename the item first. Ah, real swords. This will be nice because now I'll be able to assign both of them easily in my favorites. That was me every time I go cook food in Fallout 4 and I think I have a lot of food and I actually sell it for caps. Yeah, it happens. Scimitar, fine. Ah, real swords. Perfect. Now when I go into here, we have ah, real swords. And where is my scimitar? Come on, scimitar friend. There it is. There it is. Scimitar, fine. All real swords, fine. Fortunately, we can't upgrade all real swords anymore now because we don't have that ability in smithing. I didn't think about that. That sucks. Well, I made a mistake. Luckily, you get new weapons pretty quickly in Skyrim, so that's nice. There we go. Ooh, Flawless Garnet. Spell Tome Courage. Ooh, have any of you done an illusionist build? They're very, very fun, and what makes them interesting is you can calm people, and then you immediately go up and you backstab them, and it's very cool. A lot of fun to do. It's I actually found myself getting bored though because it was so simplistic. You would never fight anybody. because all you did was just constantly calm them and then kill them. So it's definitely, though, an interesting one if you're... Oh, our sword looks cool. It's definitely an interesting option, though, if you ever have the fun times to give it a try. Highly recommend it. Beds, battle axe, and table. Did we kill everybody? Is everybody really gone? I'm going to say gone and done at the same time. Gun. Just actually makes sense now that I think about that word, gun, and people being gone and done at the same time. Huh. Fire assaults, Book of the Daedra, tankard, dresser. Alright, well. Sounds like, come on, turn your radio on. Huh. Alright, so we checked in how everybody was feeling and how life was doing. We have an interesting question. This is a philosophical one, which is I kind of hinted at it, and then I want to bring more attention to it. What's up, Patricia Smith? Welcome to chat. Good to have you here. We're about to hit a philosophical question, and that is, based off of our assassin-y character, is it considered more evil to be an assassin who is sent off to kill specific targets, or is it more evil to be someone who just captures the wandering person on this, on the road, and then kills them that way? What one do you consider to be more evil or not evil? That moment when you realize the Daedra and Skyrim are just taller, darker skinned, dark elf with horns. They have red skin, though. I don't feel like they're darker, per se. But I see what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Alright, we got a wall in front of us. I'm confused. How do I get around this wall? Okay, so I can go that way or I can go left. We're gonna go left. It's a very pretty rock. It's very much annoying in our way, but it's very pretty. Oh, it's the Lost Knife hideout. I know this spot. You go into it every once in a while. What do you want us to turn our radios on? Do you not want us to listen to... Oh, no, it's from the song. Yeah, it's just me singing a song that's stuck in my head. It hasn't left. I haven't even heard it for like 48 hours, but it's in there. That singer has some really good stuff that I've been listening to, but I don't like that song. That's just the one that's popular on the radio right now. Huh, this is a cool place. But they're the same model. You can make a dark elf with same hair and face paint Remora. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I gotta think about that. That would be a pretty fascinating, like, story element. Oh, making friends with stabbings. Oh, he got feared. That's funny. I gotta go this way. I understand I was just trying to be funny. Well, exposing Alex. I'm really bad at picking up jokes right now. Sorry. The moon looks great. The stars look great. That's pretty. I love the idea of how, like, there are multiple planets in this solar system of just the Bethesda Skyrim world, because it's like, it really makes an interesting idea of like what happens when eventually you travel to space. Like, is there a space in Skyrim world? Because there is one in Fallout. So would there ever be a space in Skyrim? Because Skyrim is an interesting thing where the development of technology almost doesn't make as much sense because we have, they have the power to do so much more magic stuff. So you don't have a gun because you can shoot a fireball or summon the dead. And exposing Alex begins with, and the assassin seems less evil. Now here's the tough question, Alex. Why? Why is it less evil to be specific and pointed in who is going to be taken out? Because the assassin is just doing it on a whim based off of someone telling them to, which doesn't bring into morality at all. Either one is, both relatively immoral. But so why would be the specific seem less? Ooh, the grass is pretty. Hi, grass. Hi, I like you. Oh man, my head is like... Let's see, I'm trying to think of my opinion in regards to the assassin thing, because if we go with the specificity of being an assassin making you less or more evil, the argument there would be that the assassin is only going to go off specific targets that not necessarily deserve it, but have done something to wrong someone else. Versus the randomness of the other one is like there's no process to it. I think it's because they're simply killing for purpose, even if it's for money. It's still a purpose rather than random violence. Okay. I got you, Richard. And Smexy, thank you very much for the like reminder for everybody. I appreciate that. Fill in the likes, good people, if you are so inclined. And, gotcha. So the randomness is what is the purpose. If death is killed, if there's a purpose involved, it seems not as bad. That's an interesting one. I honestly would feel like what's interesting about this too is we just create a very average situation with like all things being equal, that we're killing the same amount of good people or the same amount of bad people, that it seems like the assassin seems better because it's not random. But not randomness might mean turn into something else completely different. Exposing Alex, you got a point, but what if that thing was that, you know, you married the person that they loved, but, you know, you were just a lover that was like jealous kind of thing, but wasn't actually, you know, like that's not a reason to kill someone. So like that's the other thing too. It's so hard to really decipher because you can't necessarily separate why someone died necessarily. Because in the case of randomness, you can be like, oh, the person's, you know, a random bad person. But in the case of like the assassin, suddenly it's like, would it be good or would it be bad? Sup, you said to check out your channel via DMs on Twitter, and I did. Dude, Earthworm Berry, thank you for checking me out.
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb down.
Oh, this is the crazy upstairs place. Now, Earthworm, it's good to have you here. We are streaming the Skyrim Remaster, doing a playthrough of the Dark Brotherhood. Just focusing on that, no particular other thing. Just kind of having a good chill sesh with it. Picking up Nerd Root. And right now we're on a philosophical discussion of if it's more evil to be an assassin, killing people who are targets, or more evil to be a random bandit that kills just people who come by on a highway. Also, if you guys have ever met this guy, he's crazy, and he's lost his family, and it's actually really sad. And there's really no reason for anyone to want to kill him. But, people apparently do. But it's an interesting little story behind him. Alright, back to Nazir. And we're absolutely playing this game with fast travel. We've done so many games without fast travel that I'm like, it's all fast travel today. Custom destination, remove it. Dark Brotherhood. Thanks, Galbesh79, and welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Whew. Oh man, Dark Brotherhood, I love how they give you the option to destroy the DB instead of joining them. Oh yeah. That's something that I think is really cool, Speedball57. Welcome to the chat, by the way. I totally agree that it's super fantastic that they let you, like, go the other direction. I think that's really cool. It's something that I've tried before, and it's really fun. Because it's like you still get all the armor and stuff. It's just like, and then whenever you talk to guards and things, they're like, oh my gosh, you're the one who destroyed the Dark Brotherhood. And it's pretty sick. I see the Dragonborn stuff, the Thief Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, and the Companions. Oh yeah. The Companions I think are my favorite. I was thinking about it, and like, I really like the Dark Brotherhood because it's creativity.
Night Mother is mother to all.
Oh, this motherfucker.
We follow her will. Would you dare risk disobedience? And surely punishment?
Keep talking, little man, and we'll see who gets punished.
Oh, be quiet, you great lumbering lapdog. The man has had a long journey. You can at least be civil. Mr. Cicero, I, for one, am delighted you and the Night Mother have arrived. Your presence here
The speaker.
signals a welcome return to tradition.
Oh, what a kind and wise wizard you are. Sure to earn Our Lady's favor.
I hate that guy.
You and the Night Mother are of course welcome here, Cicero. And you will be afforded the respect deserving of your position as keeper. Understood, husband?
Husband? Herm.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Oh, I hate that
Thank you,
guy.
thank you, thank you.
But make no mistake, I am the leader of this sanctuary. My word is law. Are we clear on that point?
Oh, yes, mistress. Perfectly. You're the boss.
Ah, there you are.
So yeah, I've actually met Cicero early game too.
Speaking with that muttering fool anyway.
I've tried to kill him before in
We've got
that
some
scene.
business to discuss.
And so I believe he is the speaker exposing Alex, because in the Brotherhood we become the listener, and I believe then we tell the speaker, and then he's supposed to be the mouthpiece. So anyway, no, he's the casket guardian. The person who hears the voice of the Night Mother is a different job. I know we become that. I'm ruining that for everybody who's never played the Dark Brotherhood, because this game is from 2011. Do you have a contract for me?
Indeed. You must go to the city of Markarth and speak with the apothecary's assistant. You'll probably find her in the Hag's Cure when the shop is open. The girl's been running her mouth. Wants an ex-lover killed.
Huh?
She's apparently performed the Black Sacrament.
So,
Her
is it
name is
true?
Muiri. I need you to talk to her, set up the contract, and
You
carry it out.
infiltrated the position, eliminated the target.
Spoilers, we are the most important person anyone in the game world meets. That's true.
Just do whatever the contact wishes. Be professional, represent us well, and get the job done. Since it's your first contract, I'll let you keep whatever Muiri pays. She'll be generous, I'm sure. They always are.
That's actually so. As far as game design goes, that's one of the things that are fascinating about like these Bethesda, Fallout, kind of games,
Plenty more.
is that you have this world. Like in real life, we are not the most important people. We are so not the most important, and it's disappointing. And in this game, we get to be the best, the most important. Now, we don't start off that way. We build our way up to it. And that's what makes it feel so much more valuable and real than if we just sort of started that way.
Need something?
Narfi is dead.
Congratulations. You slaughtered an emaciated beggar in cold blood. You are truly an opponent to be feared. Here's your payment.
I like how Nazir makes fun of us in the beginning of that. He's like, good, you just killed a beggar.
So good. And I hope you were careful in that lumber mill. Those splinters and rusty nails can be
Yeah, man, I've left with a couple of those.
your payment for a job well done. Need something? Of course she is. I hear the mining business is extremely cutthroat.
It is 3 dog.
The murder. I could do this.
God, I
all
love that.
day.
It's out murder.
Here's your payment.
Right. I mean, I know what you mean, Richard, but it's just a fascinating game mechanic choice that people tend to relate to, because it's a game mechanic that doesn't exist in other game types. Let's take Overwatch, for example. That's designed for self-growth that is done by you and I. You and I get better at Overwatch. Our characters don't get better in Overwatch. We get better as players. And so the growth is on us. We don't feel like we're the best in the world because we are competing with lots of other people who can be better than us, and that can be frustrating.
Me, I've been part of the Dark Brotherhood.
Let's see. Oh, you mentioned Shadow Scale.
I am Shadow Scale, you see.
There you go.
Born under the sign of the Shadow.
For anyone new to chat, wondering Kublai Screamer say he streams Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 p.m. That's right, I do. Thank you, Urok. That's look at you being on top of it. I love Nazir's Turban. I always like fantasy games that are more cosmopolitan, not Europe-centric. Very true, Speedball. I like that. Coming at you loud and proud from GNR Legend.
Another member of the family. Hello, hello. So very good to meet you.
You can get his armor at one point, and it's weird.
So polite, so nice. Cicero likes you. The Night Mother is sure to like you too. Oh, we're going to be fast friends. Fast friends.
repeating words is a really cool way to really prove your point. I mean, really prove your point, like what I just did there. It can also sound incredibly creepy and horribly uncomfortable.
The Night Mother's crypt in
Horribly
Berlin was
uncomfortable.
desecrated. Imperial province is ravaged by strife. Nowhere there is safe at present. So Cicero brought Our Lady to her new home. Here, this is the only sanctuary left in all of Skyrim, you see. Such was my honor as keeper.
Keeper, okay. Gotcha. And,
Farewell,
Archangel,
farewell.
I know what you're trying to say, but her eyes are up here. Also, she's a corpse, dude. She doesn't have any fat anymore anywhere. She's just skin and bone. You know, E-Rock, you make the joke, you're like, that's what mods are for, but dude, that's exactly what mods would do. Like, and we've mentioned that I've already put you on the short list there of being a mod, because you've been around for a long, long time. So that's not a weird statement for you to be making, and not something that either that I think is out of place. I think that totally makes sense. I really appreciate you doing that. And, like, remember, I don't exactly know what I'm doing yet in the whole modding world either. So, it's, yeah, I appreciate your, like, help and ideas related to it. And we're gonna go walking to Markarth. For some reason, Thieves Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, and the Empire itself are all falling apart. You know, it just runs in the, like, the blood of Skyrim. Everything's broken. Kuba, I have a contract for you. Take out Cicero in any way you see fit. You know, I could do that, exposing Alex. Absolutely could do that. Later, though, he becomes actually killable. Right now, I believe he is... What's the word? Not significant. But it means that you can't kill them. Yeah. Smexy Potato asking if you're on the short list. I mean, I have like a mental short list in my head. E-Rock was literally the first person to ever bring it up to me, which is why I make the mention of like, well, that's the short list. So, Smexy, there's no reason why you couldn't also be. It just basically means that when streams are going live, you're going to have certain responsibilities. But, I just don't even know what those responsibilities are yet. Yeah, double sword slaying. But I guess it would be stuff like what E-Rock just did, which is like, hey, you know, let people know about, I mean, the main thing for mods for me is that if people have questions, they could ask you directly. Or, like, if there's a situation where someone's, like, spamming me, then you would jump on top of that and put them in timeout, or, like, say no. Or if somebody was, like, saying things that were really outside of what chat's supposed to be about. Oh, my gosh. We're at Miko's shack. If you guys don't know what this is, you're all in for a treat. This is a dude, a Nord dude. He has a journal. Well, after all my years living in the woods, it looks like the rock joint will finally be the end of me. I guess that's fine. All my friends are long dead. The only one left is poor Miko. He was always a loyal companion. I know he'll be able to take care of himself. I hope someday I'll see him again. So Miko is a loyal companion. What is the most loyal of companions? If one thinks about it. Well, let's go to the road, and I will introduce you to Miko. See if I can find the road, first of all. Nope, don't see the road that way. Let me try whistling. Oh, you hear the bark? Oh, there you are, Miko. Miko is his faithful dog companion who runs us to the shack to show us his master who has unfortunately passed away. If you talk to Miko, do you want to come with me? Come on, you can follow if you want. Now we have a dog, an immortal dog companion. So that's pretty sick. No, I'm no kidding though, no problem anytime, dude. I used to play PC, but mostly load order. Is that a mod joke, Zerakyle? Who else is on the short list? I mean, honestly, anybody who's been around for a while can easily be on the short list. I want to make sure, though, I keep the mod level low, because I just want to make sure that we have people who know what I'm trying to do and are on consistently enough. The other thing, though, is I have yet to really need too many mods because we haven't had so many people that I haven't been able to keep track of it myself, more or less. But I mean, Erog just showed me how an advantage of a mod is somebody who would know my streaming thing. So that's a pretty damn cool point that I didn't even think about. Doesn't work that way. Exposing Alex, you need to kill someone to perform an evil ritual to get the Dark Brotherhood to do a contract for you. Oh man. Hey Miko, I really wish we had the talking dog actually from our other Skyrim playthrough. But Miko's okay. I can put up with him. Mimi is cute. It's very raggedy. Like as far as dogs go, like I prefer dog meat to Miko, I think. I also really like the German Shepherd look. I think that's a very cool looking dog. We have to walk a long way from Markarth. So we're probably not going to get there by the end of this stream. Because we're going to get somewhere else and just having a good time there. I think I'm going to do another stamina increase. And, maybe more sneak. I made a 30-foot tall character using cheat room mod and named Akatosh. Now I'm killing Whiterun. No, really did play PC and performance is mostly... Gotcha, Arkyle. Ooh, this is bad. A bunch of people died here. Redguard, Merchant's Journal. Let's go and reading about that. Begged my husband not to go, but he just wouldn't listen. He said if he delayed the shipment another week, the Legion would find someone else to take us south. Blasted money. The road to Whiterun is dangerous these days. Everyone knows it. So many caravans have been attacked. Some say it's only bad, but there are rumors of worse. Goblins, ghosts, witches. Are there goblins in Skyrim? I don't know of anything I've ever seen named Goblin. 20 years we've been married now, and I can't bear the thought of losing him. I can't bear... I'm not letting him go on. This time we live or die together. Oh. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that really hurts. Oh, here we go. Here's the, It was a Redguard married to a Nord. That's really sweet, actually. You don't see the dead guy right in my front room. Gotcha. I was very confused for a moment. I realized you're referring to the Dark Brotherhood. What's the short list? Archangel, it's referring to people who will probably be mods one day. Assuming that, you know, I get to a size that mods become a legitimate use. But it might be something where I should act big and then rather than waiting for it. Right, especially since we don't have an overload of people that just you can't handle, which you can't. Yeah, right. I used to have a German Shepherd. He was massive. Called him Kane. Ooh, that's a cool name for a dog. No Skyrim goblins. Yeah, exactly. But they said goblins in there. Caravan attack quest in Fallout. Yeah, they have a lot of caravan attacks. You know, there's a longbow, and I just took some arrows, but nobody's here. There's slaughterfish in the water, apparently, but... This fire is still burning. Weird. I guess they're hunters? Maybe they'll, like, return here at the end of the day, which would be really cool to see happen. God, this is such a pretty world. I mean, the graphics are definitely more last gen, but it just... I, you know, grew up in a city, and so I've never really camped or really enjoyed camping, and so seeing places where it's just unkempt is fascinating to me. Played Morrowind 15 years ago. It was pretty good. There was a preview of Skyrim back then. Oh, that's pretty cool, Speedball. The preview of Morrowind. You're welcome, Archangel. And, oh god, Sabercats. Oh, the weapon doesn't have enough charge on it anymore. Well, we're getting rid of this off of our favorites. Staff of the Familiar. We might have to do a command animal here. Yep, we're turning the Sabercat into our buddy. Because we're going to fight this Sabercat with our Sabercat friend. Oh wait, did you join us too? Oh, that's awesome. They both joined us. Uh-oh. I'll take the hunting star. That's going to improve a couple of our stuff pretty well. And hide armor. Now let's get out of here before they decide to start eating us. That would be good. Let's see. Where am I going? Markarth still is to my left. Away we go. Leaving the saber cats behind. I thought, though, this game, Solstein, is more like mini Morrowind. Oh, that's interesting. I live in the country, camp quite a lot. Oh, that's interesting, Zarkyle. One of the reasons people liked Morrowind so much is that it really had weird alien landscape, lots of volcanic lava tubes. Oh, that's interesting, too. Floating Jivaka Netch. You know, I wish there was more weirdness in Skyrim, but I could understand how having a world that feels more grounded in reality is more immersive, in a way. I can imagine that, Zarkyle. 30-foot characters would suck with kill cams. You basically just get a picture of their boot. Oh, man, the starlights and everything's... Man, it's, like, the remastered looks really good. Some stuff is just pretty. Like, the sky was just so, like, felt very real to me. That was pretty fun. We have not hit any new points out here. I'm gonna make sure to hit a couple points so we can fast travel a bit. Chest their feet, man, yeah. Ooh, is this the lookout where the woman pretends to be dead but she ends up actually being a bandit? It's one of my favorite side missions. You have a character who is looking for his wife, and it turns out that his wife is actually the bandit leader of the place. And oh shit, Forsworn. I say oh shit because Forsworn are strong. They're very, very strong. In fact, their swords are going to be better than any sword that we have right now. Their armor isn't, but their sword is 18 less. I'm going to grab it because I think it's actually better. Let's see, weapons. 16 compared to 19. Oh, they're actually not better. My experience, these swords were all, like the best swords ever. Huh. They run and jump at the insane speed and height. That's funny. Alright, so we got the Forsworn on our list now. And we're going to keep going to Markarth. Forsworn's an interesting side group of people in the Skyrim world for sure. Because you have this whole, like, Markarth Forsworn conspiracy thing that goes on that's surprisingly deep and super scary in a way. Oh, Google, I've got to tell you that I'm turned 16 in 5 months. I'm going to be a junior firefighter, which is essentially a regular fire, except I don't actually go into burning buildings. You rock? That is fucking cool, dude. So, how does a junior firefighter thing work? Actually, my cousin is a firefighter in LA fire department, and my uncle used to be whatever the top responsibility is of Los Angeles Fire Department. Whatever that is. But he used to do that. The captain something something? I don't know. Another Forsworn sword. Don't need too many of those. Oh. Hitting with the magic blue sword, and also hitting with the normal sword. Don't heal, don't heal. Healing's for snurbs. And I'm a snurb. And also, congrats on happy birthday and turning wonderful 16. That's a fun age for show. You're gonna start learning to drive? I asked that because I did not start learning to drive until much later. Alright, so our Ancient Nordbow's at 15, Forsworn bow's at 20, so we're switching to that. Hey, Zarkyle, volunteer firefighter. That's pretty sick, dude. Look at all you firefighters helping the world be a better place. Yes, Forsworn do have rat armor. A lieutenant. Is that the top thing, or is that what you are, Zarkyle? I can't see down here. I need to get mage light. I am now trapped. Yep, falling downs. Yeah, it's so dark in this world. Hold on, do I have a brightness option? They used to have the, yes, I do. I'm gonna turn it up all the way for me. They used to have the, wow, that is super crazy bright. Did not expect that. But I can now see in here, which is nice. But they used to have a, the thing where you would have the logo and you'd select how dark or bright it needs to be for you to see. Below captain, that's your rank. Gotcha, Archangel. Hold on, we have a book that I can read to upgrade my skill sets. Morning Star. That's Dance in the Fire. Morning Star. Boom, one-handed. I have a fire department in my town, New Salem, and at the fire station they're starting the junior firefighter program. Apparently, I'm the only one who applied. Oh. Well, I'm glad you're having that opportunity. 16 isn't fun in England. It's legal to smoke, but you have to be 18 to buy fags. Oh, for exposing Alex, I totally forget that fags are cigarettes in England. Ow! Like, whenever I hear that, I'm just like, why are you using a derogatory term for people who are gay? And I'm like, oh, right. That's right, that's not how that works in your country. I didn't realize that. That's fascinating. You have to be you can smoke at 16, but you can't buy. That's funny. That is actually a really interesting way to keep people from smoking. Hydration increased. We're just doing this because it's a sick way to fight. Really isn't any other reason besides this. Oh wow, our fear thing worked on her. She's gotten that like fear smoke going. Doop. You can also drink at 18. Right, Ms. Ms. Exposing Alex? Oh, did stuff fall down? There's a lot of smoke everywhere. If you smoke, roll, it's cheaper than TaylorMade. That is true, Ty. Ty, welcome to the chat, by the way. It's good to have you here. We've been bouncing all around in our discussions this evening because we're all kind of sick. Getting over it, so we're all kind of all over the place. But yeah, rolling is definitely cheaper, but it's not always possible to like buy the pieces to do so, and also it requires a little skill. Like E-Rock said, I'm doing the same stuff as regular firefighters, but I don't go to burning buildings. I think that's like a very smart thing where it basically teaches people how to be firefighters, and but it keeps out the most dangerous stuff. So you're gonna see some shit, a lot of EMT style shit, right? Like really gross stuff. Oh man, I have my aunt is a firefighter, or she was a firefighter. She actually just retired. I think like less than a year ago. It's some of the stories she'd tell me were just insane. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe people have done that. I can't believe you've done this. Large sacks. All them tasty apples. I like how lightning can disintegrate foes. Oh, me too. I think that's a pretty fun one. I also liked how ice had its... Hold on. What does ice actually have at the highest level? It has a pretty interesting one. Because fire makes people run in fear. I think ice was the shattering. This is a destruction magic, right? Where is that? Destruction. There we go. Fire damage, flee, shock, disintegrate, paralyzes the target if their health is low. Gotcha. Infuriating because as I'm 19, I can smoke as much as like, yeah. Wait, why is it infuriating, Alex? Because you can do these things? That's funny, Ty. You're like, yeah, rolling for a couple years, still suck. You'll get there one day, Ty. You can do it. So, let's see. If you want to know Coop's streaming schedule, let me know. That's right, that's right. Fire also does extra damage to enemies and ice paralyzes, and I think lightning damage also drains mana. Yes, lightning does drain mana. Very handy against spellcasters, indeed. Whoa, I hit a trap. Oh my god, you're gonna get hit by your own trap. So is Miko. Miko does not give a fuck, though. Boom. You know, we normally would say, like, summon our mangy mutt, but we actually have a mutt that just sort of exists for us now. Mangy mutt. Mangy mutt. See you, mangy mutt. Uh-oh. More fire. Man, Miko is a badass. He's just tanking all of this. Uh-oh, we got a real spellcaster here. Someone's throwing fireballs. I've puked on the side of the road after a woman involved in a head-on collision had a gash on her head so deep you could see the bone. Yeah, Archangel, that sounds about right, dude. Oh, man, I'm sorry you had to see that. That sucks. Gotcha, exposing Alex. You said it was stupid. I was adding to it. I gotcha. I'm picking up now. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I've been thinking about puke. It gives me anxiety. I fear called it. Yeah, you know, I can understand that, E-Rock. Like, so that's the big thing, and what I think is really good about you doing the, junior firefighting thing is because there is a lot of scary shit in the world, and they're going to basically allow you to see it in a way that is going to be really supportive. So, like, if you feel like puking, everybody's going to be like, oh, don't worry about that. Like, I puke all the time, so. Don't call Miko names. Mangy Mutt. What did we name our summonable dog? We had our familiar. What did we name this one? He had a name too. Mangy something. And E-Rock, it's totally okay to have fears like that too, just as a side note. I'm scared of various things as well. Like, I'm scared about, like, people who are like, there's this fear of, like, vomiting. I'm, like, terrified of, like, shitting pants. But I'm learning to be okay with that. Let's see. Don't call me good names. I know there's one Dwemer ruined this game where some bandits are using a fire trap out of the ground as a fireplace to cook meat. Oh, that's awesome. Miko does have some crazy big balls. He has certainly not been neutered. Can't unsee that shit. Yeah, Archangel, like... But do you think that's good in a way that you've seen it? Like, do you find that there's a value to that? Speedball, yeah, and completely unrelated to the firefighting thing. Yes, there's a lot less environmental humor in Skyrim, but, like, Fallout is way more about that, like, dark humor kind of thing. Don't have any other fear than fear of puke. Gotcha, E-Rock. There's, I remember a lot of people told me that when you get into college, if you drink a lot, you get pretty used to puke. And I was like, I guess. I'm 19, but look really young, so buying anything is like a nuisance. You put a nuance, which means that it requires a very specific skill set, but I know what you mean, nuisance. It sucks during work. I work in a nightclub. I haven't smoked for a long ass time now. I would recommend against smoking. But the thing is, what are we smoking is a very specific part of the question. Like, I would recommend against smoking, like, a cigarette because they're very addictive. But if you're into pot or something, I would just, like, don't do too much, basically. Oh, I forgot Forsworn armor is really valuable money-wise. Skier head. Potion of stamina. I was an EMT for 4 years. Oh, wow. You can't unexperience many things, and there are many things I would like to unsee. Patricia, that sounds super tough, and also thank you so much for being an EMT. Takes some serious skill and mindset. Just made Akatas so tall he can... Oh, wow. Hey, what's up, it's Turt. Don't fucking drink and drive. That too's there, Kyle. I volunteer, but nothing as interesting as firefighting. We're pausing for a second, so I want to catch up in chat. I work with young people on their problems. Exposing Alex, that is super cool of you to do. I think that's another... You guys, wow, there's a lot of you guys' selflessness. I love it. Very cool to see. Terrified of a bear breaking through my window and getting into my house and ghosts and spirits. Huh, that's an interesting one. Alright. Bow, scimitar. I love how all the dragon shouts you discover make invulnerable happen to be found near impossible cliffs. Isn't it that they jump off the cliff? Hell yeah. It's all about jumping off that cliff, dude. Super fun. Oh, that's a Briarheart. Briarhearts are super powerful. They actually, what's really cool about Briarhearts is that they actually have exposed hearts. You see that hole in his chest? His heart is actually a Briarheart. They're different styles of hearts. Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. That was close. Ooh, we gotta level up. Perfect timing. Let's do a Magicka today. Yeah, the dragon shouts are designed for you to jump off. Weed is fine sometimes. Yeah, like a lot of things. Pot can be a very addictive substance used to be an addict. Well, pot is something like it's fun to do, but it doesn't actually have addictive qualities like nicotine, right? Like but it's fun, so it's like you can, it's like anything that is entertaining because you can get addicted to anything really. Also, side note, check out that heart. Look at that. He's just exposed chest cavity. Ah, damn it, I didn't want to throw him back on his face. I want to show you guys the exposed chest cavity. Roll him over. Alright, maybe if I grab his foot. I think you can actually spin stuff around the right button. I don't know what the button is, though. Come on, Briar. Come on. Damn it. I recently started smoking again and have no clue why. Stop now. Which smoking specific? Which thing specifically? Apparently you can pick out Briar's heart of their body. Really? That is awesome. And it kills them instant. Oh man, that is cool. That's like the equivalent of pickpocketing a power, like a fusion core out of super armor, power armor. There we go. We got him on his back. Briar heart. Totally got a heart right there. It's not beating anymore because we killed him. I live in the mountains. That's why I'm afraid of the bear thing. I would be afraid of bears too. That just seems spooky. Ooh, Orcish dagger. Don't mind if I do. And we got a Shrine of Dibella. All diseases cured. I'll take that. Thank you. Never smoked pot nor done drugs or any kind of drink. I have ooh. That's a goat's head. Interesting. I have not done any drugs myself. Nothing necessarily against it. Just I've been drunk plenty of time, but I prefer my sober self to my drunk self. Like I feel like I dance better when I'm sober. I pick up women better when I'm sober. Like a lot of things related to that, so I always preferred my sober self to it. But that's not to say you shouldn't enjoy imbibing in alcohol or pot safely and whatnot. Totally, it's like certainly worse drugs out there. Though technically pot is like a better drug to get into than Girl's Doll. That's really cute. I'm gonna grab that. Technically pot is a better drug to get into than alcohol because you don't hurt people when you're drunk. Or excuse me, when you're high, really. Doesn't really work like that. Ooh, Stepha Sparks. Novice. Oh, we, for the first time ever, are overweight. Huh. Well, we'll put more stuff into the chest. Let's see. Blevins, what's a harder habit to break? Just fags now, so exposing us, no pot. Gotcha. I don't know what. I don't know. There's no jokes. No offensive things happen. I missed if anything was offensive. I didn't feel offended by anything particularly. Putting the sword away. Dagger goes away. Iron War Axe goes away. I'll put the Orcish dagger away too. Don't really need that. Anything here that's super not valuable? We'll put these ones away. We're picking up a lot of things worth more than 10. We don't need these anymore, do we? Yeah, we can put those away too that aren't valuable. No more needed. No more needed. Alright. Oh, my character is so missing every hit. Broken physics. Hey, low kill monkeys. Good to have you here, dude. We've gone into a lot of different discussions and it's been pretty fun. Ooh, I didn't realize I picked up scaled armor. Oh. That's pretty sick. Scaled armor is really legit. Wow, we picked up a lot of things that I just have not paid attention to us picking up. But it's good to have you here, low kill monkeys. Good indeed. We're discussing drugs right now, and the various experiences one can have on them. I just ate the heart. I think that's disgusting in a way. All right, but we're just eating through all our ingredients that we have yet to have yet. You know, it's just an easy way to level up, and it's really useful because then you're able to make so many sick potions. Also, I love what happens after you just eat so many of these things because they do very little damage, but they all happen at once. And so your character comes out and the whole game's just like, discovered. And it's pretty funny. Pocket containers depends on the supplier where they got it. Some get sprayed, but You know, Earthworm Berry, that is something I haven't thought about. I made the assumption that if you were to buy pot, you were buying it from an safe environment, because in Washington, it's legal. So, like, you would buy it from a government-approved store. Like, in the same way that you would buy alcohol from a safe place that is an approved location has a license to sell alcohol. Boop. Boop. Item has insufficient charge, that's fine. Our left sword has more than enough charge. Arrow, bow. Bows are actually pretty good for value. Holy shit. Summon the second sword. Ow. So I increased our conjuration ability so that we could have cheaper conjuration for sick moves like that. Oh, I love the idea of summoning the sword. Even though it's not as powerful as the other scimitar, it's just fun. You did pay attention to picking up the armor. It was the last Skyrim stream. Well, Exposing Alex, my memory is very short, apparently. I am a goldfish. What were we just talking about? Watching this is making me want to turn my console playing Skyrim. Wait, that heart isn't the same race. This does mean it's not cannibalism. That's true, Kill Monkeys. It's very, very true. It's not the same race, but it's still eating a heart. You know, it's still what beats harder when one is in love, when one is scared. You know? Also, yeah, Skyrim is a brilliant game. It's amazing how easy it is to get so stuck into it. Hell yeah, we'll upgrade our Forsworn. Oh, Forsworn. Our Forsworn. Hell yeah, we'll upgrade our Forsworn. There we go. Hop to the weapons. We haven't been using our Forsworn very much. We don't need this bow anymore, and it's not valuable, so we're just dropping it. Yes. Anything we need here? No, it doesn't seem that way. Alright, carrying on to Markarth. It's saying Markarth is really close. Huh. Favorite Daedric Prince? Sheogarth or Hircine? I really like Hircine and the whole like the hunt thing. I'm also into Mara. Debella's cool. I got a lot of them. I have a lot of them. In Ireland, on the streets a lot gets sprayed with chemicals that can damage your mental psyche. Oof, that sucks, Earthworm. That's yeah, that's like speedball kind of thing, right? That's speedball was shoot, what was it? It was pot mixed with something. If I recall that correctly. Not 100% memory on that. If you eat a pig's heart, that's cannibalism, Kublai. Are you calling me a pig? Is that what you're saying? I just mean it's gross, not necessarily cannibalism. It's just gross. Pretty close. Are we running the wrong way? Sorta. We're kind of running the wrong way. We actually need to follow the road, it seems. Or the river. What do I need to follow? What am I trying to follow here? Okay, it says Markarth's in front of me. But Markarth is clearly behind me. That's weird. That's really uncomfortable. Console or PC? PC, low kills. I'm a PC. I play with a controller. But that's because I started on console and just prefer console controls. But PC is just a better system in regards to like you build it, you set it to the design that you want it to be. Console is cheaper though, but not necessarily in the long run because of indie development and those kind of games. I mean, I can buy $5 games super easily, right? And make a pretty inexpensive $500 computer, which is like the same price as a console, brand new. So we got mixed with heroin before. Ooh, earthworm, that sucks. Yeah, that is not the kind of shit you want to mess around with. On an unrelated note, this water is very pretty. It's just go off into my mind again. Or are you asking what he's playing on? PC. DBF, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you here. We're talking drugs, we're talking life, we're talking philosophy, talking Skyrim, console, PC. Man, the clouds look really good. It's like the sky is just like looks like a real sky. It's like someone just took a picture of a sky and put it up there. It even appears to have depth. Like that's the thing that I think is pretty sick about this. Is that if I was to have a screen just shooting this onto my roof, it appears to have depth to it and moves slowly. Let's see. Here in Illinois, pot is legal for medical use, but they take yeah, they used to have something like that in California, which was jokingly called a green card sometimes. Like, you got your green card. Wow. Low kill monkeys, 10 grand. Jesus Christ, man. You built quite the professional machine there, didn't you? The water is wet, giggity. Hell yeah, water's wet. It's, you know, oh god. Here, let's help. It'll help us level up our conjuration, too.
No sign of
Vilk is, oh, they're the companions. That's pretty cool.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell.
I really like the companions. I think they're pretty sick. She also has scaled armor, which is the really good armor. But we're very clearly part of the Dark Brotherhood. Our face is covered. We're wearing this crazy armor. Our arrows just float off our back. All Dark Brotherhood signs. Hey, see you later, Smexy Potato. It was good to have you here. Have a good night's sleep, dude. Ooh, bunny rabbit. Let's try our Forsworn bow. Hold on. Forsworn bow isn't supposed to be a fine Forsworn bow. That's interesting. We have 2 Forsworn bows as favorites. Low, I built a PC rig for 3 grand. Play Skyrim was a total of 450,000 smoothly, so what the heck kind of mods were you use? Wow. Jesus Christ, Archangel. I, never used that many mods. Oh, wow. Wait, one person's a bandit. One person's a person. Which one's the bandit? Oh, well, we're about to find out.
no sign of him.
Sagar the Wanderer.
Fellow traveler, one itinerant minstrel and wandering wastrel at your service.
Jesus Christ, Salgar, you're a
Well, there,
badass.
friend. How lucky for you to chance upon a bard on the road.
Wow. He's a badass bard. Just kicked ass, no problem. Took out 2 bandits, too. I mean, it makes sense. He'd have to be good.
The life of adventure and song is the life for us.
10 terabits of storage? Killer monkeys, what are you storing with 10 terabytes? That's insane. Like, 124 gigabytes of RAM is ridiculous, of course. I mean, this is running on, what, 16? And then, 32 gigabyte video card? Is that what you mean by capture? This arrow is bouncing, and we have a dead woman who has an arrow in the back of her head. And Miko is now laying on her corpse. Damn it, Miko. A little respect for the dead. Oh, look, she laid all her clothes out really nicely. Like, really nicely. Was she just going for a swim and then somebody shot her? Because if so, that sucks, but I get her rings. Father wouldn't like it. It caught me swimming in here again, but I just can't help myself. First one sightings be damned. I love the way the cool water feels. Besides, with the war raging, the savages won't dare leave the safety. Oh, wow. And she was straight up killed by a Forsworn arrow. Oh, this is dark. But hey, look, Durnroot. Did the time change in America last week? Not yet, Exposing Alex. I think it's the next 2 weeks. It should happen. It's all porn, says E-Rock. 10 terabytes of porn. God, how much fucking would one have? Or at least how high quality would the video be? No wisecracks, please. Did I wisecrack? Later, guys. I'm going to sleep. Good night, E-Rock. It was good to have you here. 2 terabytes, but played 457 mods, fine. Yeah, well, I mean, 3 terabytes is, like, great now. That's, like, top of the line if you're just, like, an enthusiast player. But, this low Killamonkeys, like, machine is, like, what you would use as a professional video editor for Hollywood kind of levels. But you wouldn't even necessarily need that much. This weekend, gotcha. Porn mods from Lover's Lab. I don't know what Lover's Lab is. Is that like a Skyrim reference? Are there a bunch of porn mods from Lover's Lab in Skyrim? Already changed in England. Yeah, no, it's we haven't made the change yet. What is it? Seattle's been thinking. I almost said Skyrim. Seattle's been thinking about avoiding doing the time change. I don't think they're planning to do that this year, but they've discussed it that it just was like such a huge amount of effort for not a lot of benefit. Lover's Lab. Sex mod for Skyrim. Gotcha. Thank you. As you can see, I know very little of the modding environment, including very little of the pornography one. Alright, so we haven't quite made it to Markarth. There is what looks like a man on a unicorn, so we're going to go over there real quick to see the unicorn man. I take it back, it looks like there's a dead man with a horse standing over him. That's very different than the unicorn man. A bandit? Huh. Well, shit, we got ourselves a horse. And we're pretty close to Markarth now, which is awesome. So let's begin a Q&A. This is the final little bit because I want to get to bed early tonight because I am tired, sick, and need the sleeps to feel better. I'm a heavy modder. I just got 5 terabits of mods. 5 terabits of mods? Jesus, that's insane. I don't use 3 terabits, and I professionally make videos. Jesus. A lot of porn mods in Lover's Lab. Oh, well, I guess I'll keep that in mind. I've never thought about modding Skyrim for pornography reasons. It doesn't, like, it seems so much more gimmicky to me than, like, useful. Yeah. Lover Labs and sex freaks. Hey, good for them. If they have a good time with it, no problems. Can I store my horse somewhere? Is this now my horse? This is my horse. My horse is amazing. Give it a lick. It tastes just like raisins. I haven't thought of that song in a while. Ooh, we're gonna try to save that one person who we didn't save when we were playing the werewolf mod. Or werewolf player, not mod. When in doubt, download the sex mod for Skyrim and boom the house Carls. Here we go, here we go. Save them! Save her! Save her! Save her! Save her!
I submit.
Yeah! Well, we didn't manage to save the first person. Sorry, lady. I'll get your key, though. Ha! Key has belonged to me. Whew. Whew. We made it. It's amazing how this game can take extra time just doing that traveling. But the thing is, you find so many cool things on the way that it really doesn't become a problem. It's total joy, honestly. But it blows my mind sometimes on how much effort it takes to get anywhere. Oh, I am Blur Man. Oh, blurriest of the Blur Man. Phones are almost dead. Gonna have... I just get so... As an American, once again, fag does not mean cigarette. And so when you have a fag, I'm like, why are you having sex with a person? And why have you just, like, dehumanized them to that? You can get them pregnant and then give actual birth to infants and adoptable children. I'm really curious who modded the birthing process. Same low. Lover's Lab, some fun. You know, it's interesting about sex on the internet because I've read some interesting facts about like generally how often the internet's used for pornography and stuff. But what I always think is interesting is when you go on Patreon, so you know we have patrons and stuff, which I've been trying to get my own Patreon set up. So Michael, before you jump in to say like, where's your Patreon, Kublai? I'm working on it still. I've just been sick over the last weekend, and my sister's in town, actually, so I'm going to be hanging out with her a little bit. But the point is that on Patreon, there is a lot of, like, hentai sex games or hentai drawing and stuff, because there is nowhere else that people can get consistent amounts of that kind of sexy, like, market, I guess, is like that market doesn't exist very well anywhere else. And so it's this like wild west of anybody who can draw well or write sexy like fanfic can make a living off of doing that and doing a Patreon, having a business that way. And I think it's fascinating because I've studied some of their business models. I know it sounds funny. I studied pornography's business model, and you're like, you mean you studied the porn? And it's like, I studied their business model. Like, nothing against porn. Masturbation's awesome. Specifically studying in this moment their business models for how they run a Patreon, because it's fascinating to see how they have such a community interaction. They have votes on what you want to see. Patreon pick of what position, what character, what are they doing, like, and then people buy specific things. They're like, hey, I want this specific thing. I know the community voted for doggy style with a boar. I don't know why, but they did. I want to, and the person's like, I want a watermelon with a whatever, and it's like, it's amazing how they're able to do that. I think it's really cool. So Lover's Lab to me, I think, is a very cool place in the idea that it's able to serve this niche that's wanted, and because I think sexuality is something that should be more celebrated and involved. And I mean, it's definitely something where we've seen in my streams where I kind of almost encourage an open-mindedness to it. So every once in a while I definitely try to cull some of that, where I'm like, slow down, like, not because I think it's wrong to talk about it, but it's because it's like it moves beyond celebration into just like ridiculousness, but whatnot. Oh man. Someone with too much time on their hands. My older brother is a hentai artist. Little Kill Monkeys. That's very cool. What kind of like, does he have a thing up? I don't think we should necessarily post it in chat, but if I wouldn't mind if you put their name in, kind of thing. Then if people wanted to check it out, they could, because I think that's a very cool business model. If you're not, it doesn't matter if you're into hentai or not. It's just a fascinating model of how people can live life and make money. Well, we all know what Coob is doing after the stream. Getting ready for bed. And studying pornography businesses. Okay, going down a dark path here. I'm going down a dark path because I've studied the model? Alright, actually, pornography was the first, like, genre to allow credit card purchases on the internet. They were the first. The reason why we can buy anything on the internet is because they created the technology for it. They're the first to create the more advantageous, faster, better video. Okay, here, let me explain bit rates with videos right now. So right now, I can see how many bits are going through the internet. I see right now we have 2,000 kilobits per second. Now if I move around a lot, like this, I increase the bits because I'm constantly causing a lot of more data to have to change, and so the data gets heavier and heavier. But if I stop, the amount of difficulty that the computer has for sending data is lower. And the reason why is because the computer is looking at this area right here and going, nothing's changing, so we don't have to tell the computer there's a new image here. Porn designed that program. Like, they're the really ones who made it, like, the internet what it is today technologically, not just the pornography side. Also, the first ones to do the VR thing, really, like, they're always number one in diving into, like, they started the, like, Twitch followed suit of live porn shows on the internet, webcasting. Like, it's fascinating to see what porn is up front with. So, speaking of the monkey, Cod's Coop. I'll remember the next time I buy something on eBay. It's so cold. I'm curious what we're going. We have Exposing Alex says, well, we know what Coop is doing after the stream, followed by It's So Cold, followed by I'll remember next time I buy something on eBay. Anyway, the porn industry is a fascinating industry. It's, no, he does it privately. He's self-conscious. Are we talking about masturbating? Because I think inherently, masturbating is a private thing. Well then, I'm gonna think porn then. Yes, Earthworm, yeah. It's, well, because what's fascinating about porn is that they are inspired by making it safer to buy it, easier to buy it, faster to buy it, and then more, like, making it more accessible and more immersive. Credit cards, private, fast, easy. Perfect. Can have a monthly recurring subscription. Data, higher quality porn, more immersive. VR is another great example. Webcams, another immersive, being able to be involved with it. I mean, it's weird to think about the idea that playing guitar and video games and chat with y'all is the child of pornography, but it technically is. Noah's hentai drawings. Oh, that's the Dark... Was that the Dark Brotherhood going? And one thing I think is interesting about the idea of something like hentai is, so in like Western porn, you don't have a lot of fantasy. Like, I mean, you literally have fantasy like, oh, you know, the librarian. But like hentai would like, here's a person made of slime. Or like, this person used magic to do something sexual. And I think that there's something also very cool and healthy about the idea of celebrating like non-physically possible pornographic things that are like not even like remotely doable in like at all, like fucking a dragon or something weird like that. But so I have what I would consider a certain respect in place because of that. I remember there was a guy that I once chatted to who wrote elf erotica is the best way to put it. And I remember like I bumped into him on Twitter because we somehow were we both chatted to the same thing, and then we both followed each other because we were doing like Twitter branding, marketing stuff. And I was reading, and he was like, "Hey, you want to check out my stuff? I'll check out your videos." I was like, "Fuck yeah, why not?" And I was reading his stuff, and I was like, "Man, this is fascinating." To like, it was like it wasn't gay. It was like gay elf erotica, but he was a straight guy, I think. But he was just like, it was all about like, it was exciting, and but it was fun to read because it was like fascinating to see how his like sexual mind worked. And then it was like, would I fuck a slime like that? It was just such an interesting set of questions that are never ever normally asked. So anyway, weird stuff comes up on this stream, very weird stuff, but it's fun to think about. I think the point of that I'm trying to get out there is that pornography is a fascinating business model. That things like hentai are interesting because they have interesting business models, and also that they allow people to fantasize outside of physical boundaries. And the final thing is that I have a lot of respect. Alright, this is not the final, but I have a lot of respect for these things. And the climax, puns, are that I think it's really healthy and good that people are able to talk about these and be open-minded about these things, because it's something that is very unhealthy if people keep communication down. Because it's like a lot of dangerous things can happen, or scared things, or a lot of happiness can be created if people just communicate. So, future employers, if you ever see this stuff, I can also be professional in other places. But this is private, fun, goofy stream where the brand is just having conversations about life. I have to put that in there. The dark root was fucking the boar. Okay, that was just a weird example, alright? I was like, what's the weirdest thing? Oh yeah, elf erotica. So what you're telling me is write elf fanfics of guys fucking and make money off of it? Earthworm Berry, if that's what you like to do, and if people like what you're doing, then do it. Oh no, exposing Alex, I'm sorry, you typed something out, it was too long. Is that a pun for what we're talking about now? Oh baby, my message was too long for you. I'm starting to feel a lot better. I think it's because of you lovely people. Thank you for hanging out, chatting. You definitely made me feel better, and I really appreciate it. I'm going to take one more question. I almost flipped you all off to say one because I was holding the pick. Because I was like, one more question. One more question. And then it's bedtime. Because holy crap, I am less sick and I need less sleep. No questions? If there are no questions, that's fine too. That is also an opportunity. Oh man. But yeah, that actually seems like no questions, y'all. Alright. Assuming that my chat isn't just behind. I'm an amazing person. What's my schedule? Ah, gotcha. My schedule is from 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 9 p.m.-ish, depending on the day. Sometimes we go later, especially on Fridays. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Those are my 3 days. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 9 or later. And thank you. That's very nice of you to say. The what you're doing after the stream because you said that masturbating is awesome. Ah, I got you exposing Alex. I mean, it's not bad for you. It's a healthy thing. It's a good expression. Good way to do. Who here likes multiple orgasms? Everybody. All right, dude. So that's the end. We have a discussion on the silliness and everything, and we have discussion on when do I stream and the like. I'll be streaming tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Super blurry face for whatever reason. And thank you so much, dudes. It was wonderful to have you here. If you liked what you saw, please remember to hit that like button somewhere around here. I don't know where the likes are on these. But anyway, thanks again. And of course, may the ground rise to meet your feet. May the wind always be at your back. And may the sun shine warmly on your sexy, sexy face. Dudes, see you later. Bye. I messed up the thing. Bye.